What's going on there, guys? We back with another one, and today, man, we have Grayson Allen and DeMar DeRozan. Now, we all know about Grayson Allen's track record when it comes to employing dirty plays into his style of play, and it agitates the opponent to the point where it almost incited like a melee between the teams. He seems to embrace that role as a villain, and he seems to embrace the dirty play. And so it's getting to the point now where guys are looking to retaliate. You know, when they see it's him, it might be a play where they would let somebody else slide. When they see it's him, they're ready to fight. So we're going to take a look at what he did, and we're going to listen to Stacey King and DeMar DeRozan. I'll be right back. Check it out.
Watch the left arm after he gets pushed. Right here, boom, he's going to get bumped. Then watch.
Yeah, he gets bumped there. I understand that.
Boom.
And then he's
The elbow.
forearm
An
shivving
elbow. Yeah.
DeMar DeRozan in the back.
Come on, man.
This is why people have a problem with Grayson Allen.
Let me tell you something. Somebody needs to give him a two-piece. I guarantee he'll stop doing that. Somebody pop him upside his head a couple times. He'll stop doing that because he's getting away with this too much.
Constantly.
He does this all the time. And look at his teammates. They know what's going on.
Did he apologize to you in the moment?
Nah, I wasn't expecting him to.
You don't usually react like that. Did you feel like it was a cheap shot? We all kind of know his track record.
It's track record. You know, if it was Boban, you know, I wouldn't have did nothing. You know, but you know, who knows? I didn't know if it was on purpose or what happened. I just felt the excessive hit. That's all it was.
So yeah, man, Grayson Allen's track record is definitely affecting him at this point. If you look back to his time at Duke, he has several trips, including one against Garrison Brooks in the Duke Carolina rivalry. And it has been an ongoing thing. He had some when he was playing in Memphis. He's had a few since he's been with Milwaukee. He was even suspended by Coach K in the university back at Duke for tripping. You know, so it's been an ongoing thing, and to see his teammates, you know, it wasn't like they was trying to even try to come at DeRozan in a combative way. They recognized what's going on, and it's one of those things where he's going to run up on the wrong person, and he's going to get done really dirty. DeMar DeRozan, you know, he's one of the good guys in the league, you know, doesn't play dirty, nothing like that, so you hate to see it. And when I look at the play, there was a slight shove to Grayson, but he goes flying, and Stacey was talking about the elbow, but I want to show you this. This is what I'm looking at. The front of his knee right there is hitting the side of his knee, and you know how dangerous that can be on an athlete's body, especially with them playing an 82 game grueling season and playing in the playoffs and playing year round. To anybody that's ever played, they know how a knee to the side of your knee feels in that ACL area. That can take you out for the year if it connects the right way. So I think that's why DeRozan was more upset than even the elbow shove. He probably felt the elbow shove, but I just happened to see like that knee, the front of Grayson Allen's knee making contact with the side of DeMar DeRozan's knee. And I think that's uncalled for, that's unwarranted. I think the league needs to take a look at that, because he's becoming one of those guys where it should be where if he does it this amount of times, he gets lengthy suspensions, and if he continues, you know, he'll be out the league for a certain amount of time. Kind of like how OJ Mayo was put out the league for violating the league's anti-drug policy. This guy's jeopardizing athletes' futures by spur of the moment reactions, and his emotions aren't, he's not able to reel in his emotions in the heat of the game. So that can be very dangerous when you have a run and jump sport like basketball. We saw what he did to Alex Caruso last year when he was up in the air, the way he slung him to the ground, you know. And what I will say is I'm shocked, and I don't encourage violence, but he's asking for it at this point. Someone is going to oblige him on what he's looking for, and it's not going to be a pretty sight. Now, I don't want to throw it on Bobby Portis since he's on his team, but he could mess around and do the wrong thing in practice and get lumped up pretty serious, if he's not careful. So the young man, it's clear that he doesn't get it and he's not going to change his style because it's a spur of the moment thing. See, that's what I always say in sports. Your instincts and who you naturally are kick back in because you're just reading, reacting. And he's incorporated that into his style of play, and it's a mainstay at this point. So I don't know, man. Grayson Allen, I think I'm just shocked that nobody has got him yet. It's kind of mind blowing actually with all the incidents he's had. You remember the infamous situation he had with Trae Young too. Like, he's gotten into it with some of everybody, and sometimes it's some of the star players, So I'm surprised that none of these teams have I don't know, man. I guess looking at it now, these guys get fined so much for fights and lose so much money that they're not trying to do that. But at some point, the league's going to have to remove Grayson Allen because it's not going to be anyone else's fault, if they retaliate. Because if they get injured, they're going to lose their earning potential anyway. So you got to look at it, man. Your body is everything in the NBA. And so you'll have enough injuries in the regular course of a game. So with someone seeking to hurt you like this, I think it's totally unacceptable. And it should be reevaluated by the league, So for instance, this is more problematic than what Kyrie Irving was doing, in my opinion, because you're actually hurting people. Now, people will look back and they say that some of these tactics were used in basketball, back with the Bad Boys, Pistons, and all of that. And if these things ever happen like this, then yes, I don't agree with those either. Like, I'm glad they cleaned the game up some, but at the same time, these teams would defend their players whenever something like that happened. It would be a straight up fight, if a star player was done like how Grayson Allen did, DeRozan, because that was just unacceptable back then. So I don't know, man. The league's gonna have to look at this. I want to know what you guys think in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, peace.